गुड इवनिंग, नमस्कार, आदाब दोस्तों। एक बार फिर आप सबका स्वागत है इस मेरे एपिसोड में जिसका शीर्षक है अनसंग हीरोज एंड दिस इज माय 62nd एपिसोड. And today I have a guest. You must have seen the name, Miss Saumya Agrawal. But yes, before I go ahead and talk about my guest and bring her in front of you, I would like to thank each one of my viewers for making this particular uh, show a grand show. And my effort has been this chat show has been more than a year now. And my sole aim of bringing this chat show is to bring the people of Chhattisgarh and Bilaspur in particular to a global platform. Basically, the youth who are actually doing something great, like today's my guest, or maybe young entrepreneurs who are taking a path less traversed, or maybe the people who are doing something great on the ground to make this particular state a proud state. So my efforts have been appreciated, and I've been getting good response from all of you, and I would like to thank each one of you from the bottom of my heart for making this grand show and supporting me in this. And I also like to give special thanks to my team who are working back end and continuously getting the people onto board, doing the back end work, making the videos and the creatives, and making this show a rolling one. So yes, today's my guest, as you have already seen, is Miss Saumya Agarwal, a young girl from Bilaspur, done so much for the city. And yes, she is a shooter and she has won so many national and international awards, and that too in a very short span of time. It's not that she has been shooting for the whole of her life. In fact, she has started as shooting in the grade 11, and now she has had won medals at the state level, national level, and also at the international level. You will see, हम उनके बारे में बहुत जानेंगे जैसे ही हम जाएंगे इस शो में आगे बढ़ेंगे. बट इससे पहले कि मैं उनको आपके सामने में लेके आऊं, मैं चाहूंगा कि आप मैंने एक छोटा सा वीडियो बनाया उनके बारे में. मैं वो वीडियो शो करना चाहूंगा. उसके बाद देन आई विल ब्रिंग सौम्या टू यू. सो जस्ट वॉच दिस वीडियो. Good evening, Soumya. Welcome to my show, and thank you very much for accepting my request or my invitation.
Thank you so much, sir, for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to share my own story.
Yeah, great. You are going to actually motivate so many youth today. And first of all, congratulations for achieving so many laurels at such a small age and a short span of time.
Thank you so much, sir.
Well, yeah, Soumya, before we go into the show, ask you more questions, know more about you, more about your success stories, just give a brief about your childhood, your background, your family, in short, so that my viewers will also know.
Yes, sir, sure. So, hi everyone. I'm Saumya Agrawal from Bilaspur, and I studied in a prestigious girls' boarding school, Unison World School, Dehradun, for 4 years. And before that, I was studying in Delhi Public School, Bilaspur, till grade 8th. And like currently, I'm pursuing BCom honors from Anil Surendra Modi School of Commerce, NMIMS Mumbai. And apart from excelling academically, I'd actively taken part in various shooting championships like state level, pre-national, national, North Zone, and many more. So over there, like in 2 years, I was awarded 12 medals, Best Shooting Player Award, and School Colors for my achievement. And like within a year, I even got an opportunity to represent India in international level shooting championship, which was held in Hanover and Czech Republic. That too within a year. And in the field of social service, I had been awarded a bronze medal in International Award of Young People, also known as Duke of Edinburgh Award. So that's all about me. And like I recently got featured on Official Humans of Chhattisgarh Instagram page and got invitation from two prestigious places, VIT Vellore and Galapni, to host a live session for them. So
Great.
that's all about me. And I love to
Yeah.
take challenges, like it makes me to think out of the box and discover new ideas.
Great, great. That's awesome. I just
Thank
one
you.
question. You
Yes, sir.
you said something about social service. Something about that.
Yes, sir. Like I applied for the bronze medal. Like it's IA. It's short form is IAYP and full form is
Hmm.
International Award of Young People. So like there's
Mm-hmm.
three stages of that: bronze, silver, and gold. So I applied for bronze level. So it took me like 1.5 year to complete that. So basically over there, like it involves like we get a diary and we have to complete, like for social service we have to complete 6 pages of social service. We have to do like every day we have to do 4 to 5 things. So
Mm-hmm.
in that way it continued, and then we have to do adventure sports, like we have to excel in every field. We have to go to a
Mm-hmm.
place, like I went for a residential project to a village, and like we interacted with the village kids. We played games with them and everything we did. So in that way, after seeing all this, like the high authority checked, and then if they see that this is a valid one and whatever she wrote is correct as per them, so like they award medals to us. So I got
Wow,
a
that's
bronze
great.
medal for that. Thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah. So this I'm hearing for the first time. So it's done in a group, or is it what? Is you
No,
have to
so
do
it's
individually?
individual. It's individually. Like we have to do adventure, sports, and then activity,
Mm-hmm.
dance, culture side, and social service. Everything. It's the combination of all five. So if we
And
do
you have
all five,
to.
then we become eligible for that.
So you have to do these activities, have a record of all of them, and then send it to
Yes,
them.
sir.
They will verify it. It's that right?
Yes, sir.
Great. That's nice. That's nice.
Like it's very
Great. I
famous. Like
think.
it's mainly taken from Edinburgh. Like it's also like the old name is Duke of Edinburgh Award. So it's very famous in if we apply for foreign colleges. So it's very useful for that.
Hmm. Okay. That's great. I think that's something new, which I also came to know, and most of the viewers who are actually looking at it will also know as to what is this because बिलासपुर में ऐसा बहुत कम होता है मतलब ये
Yes,
नहीं
sir.
होता
Like
है
most of the
exposure
people
is
are
not
unaware about it. Yes, sir. I got to know about
correct,
it
correct.
from my boarding school only.
Yeah. So yes, I think episodes like this and shows like this will actually enlighten the people, people like you, young people like you. Okay, so yeah, Soumya. So what were your childhood hobbies or interests, if you can say
Yes, sir. Like
anything?
yes, sir. During childhood days, like I used to love drawing, painting, sketching, and everything. So like I got twice I got medal like in All India Camlin Art Contest for like 2 consecutive years. Like when I was in grade
Mm-hmm.
7th, 8th, that time.
Okay.
So that time
So
I was very interested in all these areas.
so now you left that.
Like I do at times, but like not that frequent, kind of.
Mm-hmm. So when was shooting first happened to you? When did
When I
that
joined
shooting?
grade 11th. Yes, sir.
So you mean to say that before grade 11th you never did any shooting or you never knew anything about shooting?
No, so like nothing. I knew nothing about it, and I was like, so basically, should I tell you about the journey, like to all the viewers and
Sure, sure. Yes, yes. Journey,
okay,
journey
so
of what? Journey of what?
shooting to
Okay,
from
right. Okay.
a normal individual, ordinary individual like everyone to reaching up to international level journey of that.
Okay, yeah, that would be interesting.
Okay, so basically, like after spending 2 years in boarding school, like I see people all around surrounded with some kind of talent within them. Like in boarding school, you find people like they're good at something or the other. Like some would be good at drawing, dancing, cultural activities, sports, and anything. Like they would be good at something or the other. So like after seeing them, I started looking at my own self, and I was like, what am I actually good at? Like even after spending 2 years, I haven't even able to create my own identity so that people can recognize me. So slowly, when I was like, I joined basketball when I was in grade 9th. I thought that I could do something good in basketball and get recognition, but then that didn't happen. Like I wasn't able to get that kind of result as per my hard work. So it was my basketball teacher only. Like she advised me, what if I join shooting? So like I heard it for the first time. I was finding it very weird. Like why is she asking me to change my sport? I don't want to live basketball because I got very like I was so much in basketball, like I didn't even like even I've thought about living basketball at that time. So slowly and gradually, I thought like ma'am asked me several times, so I thought it's not bad to give it a try at least. So when I was in grade 11th, that time I went to the shooting range for the first time, and when I went, like, I saw like people holding rifle and pistol and everything, and doing so much hard work. So I went to my coach and like went to the shooting coach that time and asked him like if I could join shooting. So at first, like he refused. He was like, "You are very late, and you cannot join because as it is, people are. I mean, the lanes on which we practice, it's very limited, and people are so many. So at that time, it wasn't possible. So he refused. But then I requested sir so much, and I was like, just give me one chance to prove myself. So he allowed me. And when I fired my first 10 shots, he got very impressed by that. He's like, you're like very, like, I don't know what to say. Like, at that time, he was like, you are going to do much more in shooting, especially. It just you should have that determination and hard work, and you will rock. So that, like, at the very first day, it really boosted up my confidence. And then the from the very next day, I started waking up 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I started going there. And like Dehradun, as you know, it's a very cold area, like
Yeah.
surrounded with mountains and everything. So I started doing that for 2 hours regularly in the morning time, and then my classes used to be there. And as soon as my class used to get over, I used to be the first one to enter the shooting range, and literally I was used to be the last person. Like first seniors people used to come, and then after senior were done, juniors used to come. Like I used to be like from the first senior to the last junior till that person go. Now I used to be there in shooting range. Like I got so much, I don't know, like determination towards it. So that boosted up my confidence. And like within a month, like I joined shooting today for example, so exactly after a month I had my first states. And like I had registered Uttarakhand that time because my school was in Dehradun. So and like in my very first match, like it was very unexpected. Like I got a bronze medal individually, and like I got two silver medal along with that. So I was like very shocked. Like I joined shooting just 1 month back. I don't know anything about shooting. I don't know how it happened, but that was the thing. Like that was the time which really boosted up my confidence a lot. And then slowly, just after that, after 2 weeks, I had my first inter-school level. And like before joining shooting, I never went even for a single inter-school competition till grade 11th. That was my very first inter-school. And then when I went and like I gave my match, I met those people and everything. So like I got two individual gold medals in that match. So that even boosted up my confidence. And slowly and gradually, I started participating in more like CISC National, SDFI National. So basically, like most of you would be unaware about the SDFI Nationals. So it's SDFI National is held like from every state, top three players get selected, and then there is a national level event only for them or for the top three from each category. So, like, but
Okay.
before what happened, like, when I went for nationals, it was before SEFI nationals. So, and that time the main thing was like the pistol which you get. It's like that pistol. It's not. It doesn't like manufacture in India. Like we have to order it from Germany. So from there, we have to import. So basically, at that time, it takes like 2 months, and that the cost of the pistol is even very costly. Like I asked sir, like, what's the normal rate? So he was like, minimum 1.5 lakh, and then maximum as per your choice. So that time I wasn't sure like whether I should continue shooting or not because it's very costly. Then apart from like the equipments, you have to buy several things like specs and everything, cap. There's a shooting shoes as well. So there's a lot of stuff. So like at that time I was very confused. And like at that time I didn't have my own pistol. So for the nationals I went and then I took pistol on rent. So like the pistol
Okay.
if you take on rent for like 1 hour, it cost about 5,000 just for 1 month. I mean sorry, 1 hour. 1 hour, sorry. So from that I did, but then the pistol which I got on rent that time, it wasn't of that good quality. quality. So my match completely got spoiled because it wasn't working properly. And I started crying, and then I was like, I'll leave shooting. So I was like, this is your first match, and if you get disappointed from your match, you cannot stop shooting or anything. So I was like, I need time. Because after I was achieving so much, and then all of a sudden fall. So
So,
at
fine.
that time that happened, so I really thought to give up shooting, and I thought that I will not order pistol, it's too costly as it is. So then my parents made me understand the importance, and then in life we are going to face that life is really incomplete without failures. Um I really like one famous quote of Thomas Alva Edison. It's I haven't failed, I found 10,000 ways that won't work. So at that time, I got really fascinated by seeing the code, and then somehow it boosted up my confidence. And then as soon as my nationals was done, so like my coach came and he was like, "Ki SAFI national is coming. You have to go for your selection, and if you get selected, you will play at national level again." So that was the thing, and that time I wasn't ready practically. Like I was, and shooting is a game which requires a lot of determination and disciplinary and no distraction. Even if you get distracted for by 1 point, by like 0.1%, it will like spoil your entire match.
Yeah.
So that time I wasn't ready, but then when I went for my trial, I got selected. I came third somehow after so much disappointed and such a bad journey. And I got selected, and then I went to Indore for SEFI nationals, and slowly and like I somehow qualified in the main nationals. And then from that, I don't know how, like I got selected for international level shooting championship, which was going to be held in Czech Republic and Hanover. And like when I went for my match, it was in May month. Like SEFI national took in December month. So exactly like after 5 months, on the fifth month, I had my internationals. So by that time I got my own pistol, and I did my and like when I went to Czech Republic, it's in Europe. So when I went there, like I got to know that my first international match, which was in 2nd May 2019, it was on my birthday itself. So I was like,
Wow.
how will I manage it now? Because like playing at international level and that too, I got very distracted at that time. But everyone told me that it's going to be a blessing day for you, just give your best and everything. So it motivated me. And when I went, like my match really went well. Like that time I was ranked 58th in that match. But like I'm happy, like it was my very first match, I wasn't that ready, and I could somehow get that rank at international level. It's a very big thing for me. And then I had my next match. It was in Hanover, like exactly after 5 days. We went from Czech Republic to Hanover. So over there, I had my
Okay.
second match, and over there, I got the rank 27th. So
Wow.
in that way, it continued, and this is all about my shooting journey. And then I came back. I started participating in more events. It was like time, like I had my maths exam tomorrow, and one day prior to that, I used to have my shooting competition. I used to go even for
Okay.
that. I was like, देखा
Wow.
जाएगा exam. My main focus was that, but I didn't disturb my academic at all. Like after coming from sports, like after I come back from my shooting, so like I used to find an
Shooting.
isolated area and where I could study properly without getting distracted, and could study properly. So in
Great.
that way, and I avoided like my friend circle for some times so that I could really study because my boards were coming that time. So.
Good, good. That's very, very interesting, Soumya. And yeah, there are a few questions. I just wanted to have that 5,000 rupees per day, per hour, per day.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
talking about the
Yes, sir. Yes, it's
for
very
one day.
costly. Yes, sir. Like if you have one match, so for one match,
Huh?
if you take pistol on rent, so you have to
Huh?
pay minimum 5,000 and maximum
My
like
God.
because no one would like to lend their pistol as it is. Like it's very costly first of all, and if I take, so I might damage their pistol, or like
Okay.
I can do some movements on that. Like whenever we get a pistol, so there's clicks above that which we can change. So if we do many clicks, so it can spoil up their pistol. So for that they
Okay,
charge
that way.
5,000 minimum.
Okay, great. So my next question is like for my viewers who are actually online, there are 10 of them are online, or maybe the viewers who are going to see the recording of it. So, how costly is it if somebody wants to have shooting as their hobby or maybe their passion? How costly it is to have shooting, and how viable in the sense like places like Bilaspur, we don't have any shooting range. If I'm no, I don't know, but I don't think
So
we
there
have
is
any
one
shooting
shooting
range.
range, Top Gun shooting range.
Where?
I went there for my
Where?
national practice.
Okay.
Like I don't
Where?
know the
Which place?
exact
Sorry.
area. Like I don't know the
Mm-hmm.
exact area, but the academy name is Top Gun Shooting Academy. It's in Bilaspur, and like there are five
Okay.
to six more shooters over there, like who got selected for national. Like I met them when I went
Okay. Okay.
there for my practice.
So, yeah, for the benefit of my viewers, just tell as to how costly or how, yeah, how costly this particular is for a common man.
See, like my rifle cost is 1.65 lakhs. So
Mhm.
apart
Okay.
from that, I have my shooting specs, which we get. Like if we have specs, so we need that. Even if we don't have specs, so there's one like one side the black strip would be there. So even there, and
Yes.
like if you take it with specs, like it will cost minimum 15,000 just for the specs.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have cap, we have that earbuds so that we don't get distracted. But during the match,
Mm-hmm.
like songs would be played to distract us. Even this happens,
Mm-hmm.
and
Actually, they
we
play
have
the songs to distract.
yes, sir. Like when I went for my national and everything, they used to play songs at loud music so that they could distract us.
Oh,
So
acha.
they
That's
wanted to see
news.
that whether we are really the bullseye or not, like whether we are that
Uh-huh.
focused or not.
Okay.
So they used
Great.
to do that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so
So and
overall, it's very costly.
yes, so and even if you go for practice, so like when we go to a shooting range for practice for 1 month, it will cost minimum 5,000, and then we have to buy the pallets as well. So pallets price is fine, like it's costing around 700,
Mm-hmm.
which has like 500 bullets in it. So
Okay.
all this, and then if you
Yeah. So
so
my next question is like, how much of mental strength and how much of physical strength is required when you want to become a shooter? Is it there is a balance between these two, or how is it? How important is being mentally fit and emotionally fit?
So both are very important for shooting. Like whoever is a shooter, they would totally agree with this point, because physically fit in the sense like they should be like in our match. Like we don't have match where we just have to fire one or two shots and our match would be done. Like if you play at
Mm-hmm.
state level, any level, you have to fire minimum 40 shots, and out of that
Mm-hmm.
40 shots, they will judge whether we qualify for states or not. And then apart from that 40 shots, we have 20 practice shots, so 60 shots, out of which 40 would be counted from state level and
Okay.
everything. And as soon as you reach national level, you will have 60 shots and 20 shot practice, so 80 shots. So you should have stamina to hold the pistol for 1.5 hour continuously without movement. And one more thing is there, like in that pistol, like I steer Evo 10E electronic pistol. So in that, like in all the pistol, like only one shot can be loaded at one time. So we have to take our pistol, we have to load one, and then we have to aim and then fire. So this process has to continue for 1.5 hours. And after that, they will judge how many 10 we have done, 9. Like there are many, in most of the places, there are electronic ranges, which tells our scores on the spot. So like I have one
Mm-hmm.
target which I brought with my so like for example, this is a target which we get. So
Mm-hmm.
basically the center one is the 10 point, this area. And I was like start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So basically they see how much we have fired on 10, 9, 8, and so on. So basically, like the maximum score like which I have got out of, and it's like 10 shots in one. Like for practice, we do 10 shots in one target, but like when we are doing match, so like at state level or any other level, so we can shot one shot at one target people, so that our
Mm-hmm.
like shots don't get disappear with some other score for that.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Okay.
require mental in the sense like if we fire, for example, I fire at 6, so I'll start getting distracted that I have to do 10, I have to do 8, I have to cover up. So basically you can't get distracted. Even if you get too much excited, you will spoil your match. If you don't feel like doing shooting, you will get distracted. So you have to balance both are very important. So basically, we have to think
So,
that every shot is a new shot for you, and then continue.
and for your this thing, mental toughness or mental this thing, you do some exercises. What are the exercises?
Yes, sir. Like what I do is like we have ball holding exercises where basically we hold our pistol, like we put a dot on the wall and then we hold continuously and then aim so that we see that our aim part is good with that, and we can hold
Mm-hmm.
our pistol like non-stop without any movements. Because even if a slight movement from there, like you don't know like where our shot is going to take. It can go at 0, 1, 2, 3 anywhere, and that one shot is
Mm-hmm.
going to destroy your entire match. So basically we have to be very careful while doing that. And apart from that, we have brick holding exercises where like we hold brick and then do exercises. Then we have planks and then many more. So balancing
So,
exercises.
yeah, so one thing very great about your journey is that you, within a short period of time you have achieved such a great heights and so many laurels. So that's something great. But how many hours of training you have been doing?
Like when I was in school, so that time I used to do for 4 hours. And then
Mm-hmm.
after seeing my achievement, like principal ma'am, vice principal ma'am, like they got very excited to know about like my journey and from shooting from state level player that I've reached to international level within a year. So like while I was going for international level, they allowed me like if there's any free lessons. So at that time I could go to the shooting range without any restriction and do my practice. So basically, for that, like I used to do 6 hours practice, 5 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
Like otherwise, it was like 4 hours, and during exam 2 hours in that way.
Yeah, because shooting 80 shots or maybe 60 shots continuously is not actually easy.
Yes, it's
It's
required a
like
lot of stamina. Yes.
lots of stamina, especially for hands. It's like that if you
Even
hold a
if a
half a
leg
glass
is
of
you can't
water.
do movement, otherwise, so we can hold for 1 hour, but without a single movement and one shot at a time. So for that, it's very difficult.
And there at the same time you're actually concentrating mentally also. So
Yes, so
that's
like
actually requires.
if we see the scores of our neighbor, like she has scored 6 or 10, and
uh,
if we get
uh,
distracted, then we can't help us. So it's best
yeah,
if we concentrate on our own match. We can see their score after a match as well.
yeah. So Soumya, my next question is like,
Yes,
yeah, you have won so many medals and all those things. What is the secret of your success?
hard work, determination,
Hard
like it's
work.
that easy. Like your passion for doing that. Like if you don't have passion, like I did it just out of my, like not because someone told me to do. It was like I started loving that sport so much that I never thought how much time I would give to that sport that time. So
Okay.
that was the success.
Yeah.
Because
So,
without hard work you can't do. Like hard work and smart work both are required. But yes.
yeah, very well said. I think that is the key actually. One is maybe if I can say that you have found your passion in class 11th,
Yes, sir.
and hard work. There is no shortcut to success. And in between also you have narrated one incidence of yours, that failure one, and we actually learn from our failures
Yes,
because
sir.
if you have been successful throughout, so there are no lessons to learn.
Yes,
But
sir.
once you have that failure, we learn so many lessons. I keep telling that also. Like success and failure are two sides of the same coin. They can never be separated.
Yes, so like life is
And
full of surprises. Like we never know where our destiny is going to take us.
yes, but one thing is very sure. But if your goal is focused and if you have a vision in your life, any number of failures, if you don't lose that focus, you'll always reach there. Maybe at a later date, but yes, you will reach.
Yes, sir.
And I think somehow, somewhere you have also proved that yes, you have a great determination. And somewhere I was reading that you love that word that even impossible has I am impossible.
Yes, sir. That's my
Thing there.
favorite quote. Like whenever I get demotivated, I just say that line, and there's some kind of motivation within my own self. Like nothing is impossible when the word impossible itself says I'm possible. So like there's nothing that can stop you from being what you are unless you stop your own self from doing that. So in
Yes, that
because
is
this
true.
is a very competitive world, you have to do great. Otherwise, like you will be left behind and you won't do like you
Hmm.
won't achieve success and everything. So to stand out of the crowd, so you have to do little hard work.
So yeah, one question. Yeah, since you have already found your passion in class 11, but then don't you think coming to our education system as such, in our schools, from any, I don't think there is any subject where or any effort made in our schools or in the education system to understand the passion a student has. In your case, you have been lucky that your teacher has told try it out on shooting, and but
Yes.
I think majority of our students they don't know what is their passion. What do you say about it?
Okay, so basically they won't come. Like in my case, I was very lucky that someone came and she corrected me and guided me at the very right time. Because if she would have guided me before, I wouldn't have that much interested to join shooting or anything would happen. So
Yeah,
I was lucky, but I don't know how much, like how many would be actually lucky in their lives. So basically, like there won't come any other individual every time to guide you what's correct for you. It's you. You have to see. You have to sit down once and then see like what you are really good at, like what you can do the entire day without getting bored. So
absolutely.
if you get the result and if you work on that, no one can stop you from being what you are. It just you have to
Yeah.
explore within your own self.
Yeah, correct. So what actually happens is like by in the class 11th we are supposed to take our subjects of subject of our choice, and we
Yes.
are not mature enough to be very frank. We are not mature enough to understand what is our liking or what is our passion, and we generally go by our parents, our teachers,
Yes, sir.
commerce fellow,
Like
engineer
in
banjo, doctor
India,
banjo.
most of the people do that. Like people are
Yeah.
like most of the parents are still like, take science, you will become engineer, you
Hmm.
will become doctor. And but what if that student or the candidate is not interested? So it will like he will I don't know what to say. Like they won't be
He will
successful.
repent
Like
throughout it.
yes, sir. It will
If,
break.
I say
The
I
flow
will tell
will
what you
break.
wanted to say.
Yes, sir.
I will tell what you wanted to say. So what happens
Yes,
is, if a student is interested in commerce, say you are interested in commerce and you have taken engineering, maybe you are very bright and you will do good in engineering. You will get good marks and you will also get a good job. But what will happen is, by the time you reach 25, 30 years, you will realize that you are not at the right place. This is not your cup of tea.
yes,
एंड
sir.
एवरी डे मॉर्निंग जब अपने मिरर में अपने चेहरे को देखो यार फिर नौकरी करने जाना वो फीलिंग आएगा.
Yes, sir. Like this happens with
Correct.
most of the people in India.
I think 85% of the people, if you see
More than
the even,
85%.
so it's there in the public domain also. Like 85% of the people are not happy with their jobs.
Yes, sir.
Maybe because of the bad bosses, or maybe this thing, or maybe they are in the wrong this thing. So yeah, finding out passion is so very important, and I think parents, teachers, they should always help the students to find what is their passion. Otherwise, they will be repenting throughout their life. They will be working on a path which with working on a job which they are not interested in, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, I keep telling students also to अपना पैशन पता लगाओ. अगर नहीं है तो मेरे पास आ जाओ, मैं बताता हूँ कैसे पैशन पता लगा. You must have heard about ikigai, no?
No, sir.
Ikigai is a book where it's Ikigai is actually a village in Japan, and where people live more than 100 years and they're all very happy because Ikigai is a combination of passion, your skills, and all those things. It's a method where you find the passion. Okay, great. I think that was something great. Mm, anyway, you are a youth icon, Saumya, now, and you may be an ideal for many of the youth, right, or who are watching right now. So, what is your message to all of them?
Okay, my message to everyone who got connected or who would be seeing my interview after some time on YouTube. So it would be just believe on yourself. No one could stop you from being what you are. Just focus on your dreams and then do everything you could do so that in future you won't regret that why did I not do this or that. And just remember my favorite quote, nothing is impossible when the word impossible says I'm possible, because that will really boost up your confidence. Like I pasted up that quote on my study table, and after seeing that I really it really boosted up my confidence. And it really helped me to start a new beginning or like that. So just focus on that, and nothing can
Uh,
stop comparing yourself from others, because some would be good and some would be worse than us. So it's
yes.
better if we don't compare. We compare ourselves with our own self, like how we were before and how we are, like how much we have excelled in our field right now. So that would be the main message for everyone who got
Yeah,
connected.
very well said, Soumya. You should compare with yourself. You set your own goals, not compare with other, because everybody's life is different. Everybody's journey is
Yes, sir.
different. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir,
that's
right.
very well said. And we generally compare with others. Generally, we compare with others. अरे उसको उतना मिल गया मुझे नहीं मिला. So that's actually
Yes, sir.
wrong comparison. Great. So, Soumya, next, I just wanted to know any moment or incident in your shooting career or shooting this thing which you would like to share. A funny one, or maybe which actually you remember.
um
कोई
Incident.
ऐसा इंसिडेंस कुछ याद नहीं आ रहा?
Like there are incident, but like I don't know what to tell.
अच्छा ठीक है ओके if it is something this thing so is okay. uh, okay. So, what are your plans, Soumya, next in future? Like now that this is your passion and you must be drinking, eating, breathing, everything about shooting only. So, what are your plans?
Like shooting is my hobby, and like my aim in life is to become an IAS officer.
Huh? Is it?
Yes.
After so many medals and all this, shooting is still a hobby, or is it a passion? I was thinking it's a passion.
It's passion. Like I won't leave shooting at all. Like any time, I'll continue shooting forever in my life. But my aim, like from grade seventh, I wanted to become an IAS officer. So that's my main goal. And side by side, I'll do shooting. Like I'm not going to leave that so easily.
Okay, so you're preparing for your IAS exams?
Yes, sir. Like just started.
Okay, great. I think that's. I think people should, students actually, youth should actually learn from you. You should dream big, and have big goals. I
Yes.
I keep telling people that if you have big dreams and go and
We
tell
have to
10 people,
dream big as well as we have to work on that. Then only it's
naturally,
useful.
naturally, you have to take actions. Otherwise, it won't happen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I keep telling people that if you dream big and tell 10 people that yes, I wanted to do this, then if eight of them say that yeah, you are a fool, you can't do it, then you are on the right path.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
People say that when they get jealous from us and they don't
Hmm.
want us to excel in our field.
That is one way of seeing it. The other way of seeing it is because they have never dreamt of it, so they can't think.
Yes,
So
sir.
they
They can't think of
say
it. They're like,
they
if I
can't.
can't do that, even you can not do that.
Yeah.
So in that way.
So correct, correct. So yes, any message to the youth of Chhattisgarh before I go to the next section of my this thing? Some rapid fire questions for you. So any
For
message
the
to the
youth.
youth of Chhattisgarh? Yeah.
Okay, for the youth of Chhattisgarh, guys, like even I'm from Chhattisgarh, like I'm from Bilaspur only. So, like, I think that can be a good example for everyone who could relate with me who are from Chhattisgarh. Like, though I did my schooling from boarding school, like, but that I went when I was in grade 9 till grade 8, even I studied here. Like, from, like, if you say from KG1 till class 1, I studied in a village. I studied in a village like where we didn't have a blackboard. Like it was a place where like the wall was painted black and we used to study over there. We don't have like proper duster. We used to sit on the carpet which was drawn, and from there like I went to Delhi Public School, Bilaspur. I studied there for 8 9 years, and then from there I went to Unison World School, and then currently now I'm in NMIMS Mumbai. So even my life is not easy. Like you are going to face challenges at every stage, and like even over here, like the selection process wasn't easy. Like I had to go through interview and test and everything, and so on.
Yeah, yeah. It's a roller coaster ride. Life is never easy for anybody. We just see the tip of the iceberg. We see that okay, Somya has won so many medals, but then below
Is
the
that people
iceberg,
don't
there's
see
so
the failures and that part. They just focus on of success and everything. They're like that
Correct.
person is has achieved so much, so her life would be really good. But they don't know like our pain, our failures in life.
The efforts you put in behind the
Yes,
scenes.
sir.
Yeah. There's a question here. Ashutosh is asking how a game can help us in our life apart from being healthy. Yeah, it's a nice. Looks like a good question.
Yes, it is. Um, Hi, Ashutosh. Thank you for this question. So, basically, it depends from person to person. Like, basically, for me, it helped me to relieve my stress. Like, whenever I'm too stressful or I want to relieve my stress, I just go. Like for some time, I do meditation to that, so that I can avoid distraction and continue on my sports. And apart from that, game help us to like it help us to become a healthy person, healthy individual. But then it even help us to like it will help us, first of all, like it will help us to create awareness about the surrounding. Like it's not just being healthy, like on the real world what's going on game, so your knowledge would increase. And it will boost up your confidence, like if you are aware about that, and if there are 10 people who are talking about that game, so you can talk to that person about that. So in the
Yeah.
education field, like it's mostly of the healthy field, that's why like sports is related with the health and fitness.
Yeah.
Like the main criteria is that, but like we can relate it with several other criteria as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. So I'll just add here. Actually, our mind and our body are connected together. In
Yes,
the
sir.
sense, if you are physically fit, you are mentally also balanced, and the reverse is also true. And you are a true example. Like for your shooting, one is you need to be mentally fit in the sense you have to be focused and able to concentrate. At the same time, you have to be physically also fit because you are using that. So it's
Yes,
very important to have both are related together. We cannot say that mentally fit होंगे games खेलेंगे तो physically fit होंगे.
yes, both
Actually,
are
when you
required
play,
every time.
both are required, and you have to have a balance of both. And I think Saumya is the right example to have a mix of both physical and the mental fitness. Yeah. So it's true for all the games, but since you are sitting here and this is your day, so yes, you are the best example. Okay.
Obvious.
No, Saumya, let's have some rapid fire questions. Okay.
Sure, sir.
And so, what is your favorite color?
Favorite color blue.
Your favorite best friend?
Anushka Yogi.
Okay.
Like she's my
And
childhood friend from class 2. Till now we are best friends.
hope other friends will not feel bad.
Many more as well.
हाँ वैसे बोलते ना ठीक है. Okay. Do you read books?
Yes, sir. Like, but from a long time, I couldn't get time to read like novels and everything.
But otherwise, other than the shooting books, what type of books you like? Is it adventure books or fiction or what?
Like
Is there
the
anything?
adventure, the criminal one type. I really
Mm-hmm.
like the detective one, basically.
Okay. So your next is your favorite pastime other than shooting?
Like drawing, as I already told.
Okay. Your dream car?
Dream car, I haven't thought about it.
Think about it. Right time now.
Yes, sir. Like for me, like if I become an IAS officer, so basically that's my dream car for now. Like sitting
Mm-hmm.
on that car after I get selected. So that's my dream car for now.
With that red light.
Yes.
Okay. Great. I think we are done with the rapid fire and good. Soumya, anything you want to tell our viewers before we just call it a day, call this particular episode? Anything you want to say to the people of Bilaspur, the youth of Bilaspur?
like like almost I think I have covered everything. Like if you have any
Hmm.
question or like you want to learn any basic tip of like how I do shooting, so like should I tell like how I do like little
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
of detail?
Yes, yes,
So
yes, sure. Why not?
like I don't have my pistol right now, but like I can tell you, like basically while we hold a pistol like this after like the grip thing, so at the back it's like as like half rectangle kind of. So it's basically like this at the back, and in front it's like this. So basically we have to bring this up to the same level, and
Mm-hmm.
as soon as we bring it up to the like the same level, so basically like the distance between this and this should be same, and this should be in the equal level. So that's the thing. And like when we do this from that and like for everyone they would be thinking like at what point exactly I would be aiming. So like people would think that I would aim at this point directly, like at the 10 point directly, but I don't fire over here. Like it's a tip for us from the beginning, like we have to fire our shots here. Like we have to aim
Okay.
over here at the 7 point, which is basically like the half black and half white area, so that we aim at that area because it's wide, so it will like differentiate, like we can easily differentiate while aiming it from the black one, because this pistol won't be put exactly in the front of you, it would be 10 meter far from you. And you have to aim like it can be as per the category, like mine is 10 meter. Like I've even played 25 meter. I got in state level, I've played, I got individual medal over there. But like I couldn't get proper amount of facility, like in my school I didn't have 25-meter facilities, so like I didn't join that. So like coming
Mm-hmm.
on to that, so if we do, unlike in every pistol or the rifle, we have clicks option on the top of it. From that, like if I aim at this, so it would be obviously going like the near part to this only. So basically we have clicks, like we can give three clicks for each hour. So while we are like we get practice time just to adjust this, like for every range, every place. So we have to
Exactly.
adjust with that. So we give it click so that our point could go directly at the center point, which is the 10, because that then only we can get good marks and get selected. And one more thing about shooting is like, which is very different. The point this is like it's very different from as compared to other games. Like when we are doing not in the state level but above state level, whenever we do our match, like in the national level or the international level or the Olympics, Asian Games, or any other like that. So basically, after competing, like there are, for example, 50 people competing. So from that, like the top 8 people who get selected, they have to do their match again. And out of that, first, second, third people come, like the rank
Mm-hmm.
come. Not just if you came between 1 to 8 at once, you will be the final winner, like the first, second, third position. So basically, you have to
Mm-hmm.
do your match again, and out of that, it would be selected. It just to
Okay.
see basically how much I know, like how much I think is. It just to see that by chance it could be like by luck you have got that first position, just to see whether you are exactly the like the true bullseye or not. So they conduct a match again for the top 8, and from that top 3 people get selected, like for the first, second, third position. So this happens.
So one more question, my own this thing. You have a
Yes.
recoil also in the normal pistols. What in the defense forces when we used to do, we have a recoil. So in these shooting pistols, do you have a recoil?
Recoil in the sense like what
In the
exactly?
sense, because
Sure.
of the weight of the pistol when we shoot it, now, so the pistol actually is not stationary; it just goes up.
Yes, so like after
So,
firing, it goes up
mm,
or like down.
yeah.
That's why like
So,
we have just one shot at a time, so that
yes.
it like it happens like this, and then we load again, and then this happens. So like
Okay.
little bit movement obviously happens after our match. That's why we have just
So,
one.
okay, okay. Yeah. So
Like in
that is.
25-meter we can have like 5 bullets at once, like after
Mm-hmm.
once, like continuously, and it's more dangerous. Like if it get like if I shot someone and someone comes in between, like that person can
Mm-hmm.
literally die. And even 10-meter
Mm-hmm.
pistol bullets are not casually, like if anyone has, like don't take it casually, because even that's dangerous, like
Okay.
someone might die from that as well. Like people have committed suicide, like in recent, like within a year, like there are 5 to 6 shooter have committed suicide from that. So please
Acha,
avoid that.
committed. Okay.
Yes, sir. From their
Shooting.
own pistol, they have shot their own self. This
Oh,
happened
oh
last year.
my God. Yeah, shooting is actually is very very. You have to be very
Dangerous.
very conscious, dangerous. Yeah. So even in our defense forces, when we used to have shooting every 3 months, now, so yeah, we take so much of precautions for all those things. Yeah. Well. Good, Saumya. So much of information, and then people are telling so informative. Also, I don't know. There's so many messages which are coming. So yeah, that was nice talk, and I think a lot of information has gone, and maybe more people looking at this particular episode will get motivated to become a shooter like you. And yeah, wishing you all the very best, Soumya, and thank you very much once again for being there on my show. And wish you all the best and bring some proud to Bilaspur and Chhattisgarh, and of course to our country, the nation, India. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Thank you so much, Sa, for taking out your time and inviting me and listening my story. And thank you to all the viewers for connecting and becoming a part of this episode. And
Yeah,
I'll
thank
definitely
you.
give my best in every stage and make India proud.
You will do it, and yes, I know you are. The
Thank you
whole
so
life
much.
is there in front of you. You have just started.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you
yeah,
so
all the
much.
best. Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you so much, Sophie.
thank you. Well, friends, that was Saumya, and you have seen in a short period of time how much she has achieved, and it's all because of, and the most important thing what she told is you should know your passion, you should be hardworking, and you should be determined. These are the three keys for anybody to be successful in life. And I keep telling there is no shortcut for any success, and it's always failures which teach you lessons, and failures and the success are two sides of the same coin. They can never be separated. So have big goals, start working on those goals, and keep taking actions in spite of so many failures. Don't lose your focus. That is the key to success. And till we meet next week with one more unsung hero, take care of yourself, be safe, be healthy, and Jai Hind.